Today I'm here with my mate Justin Bourn of Blank Canvas.
What's up?
Justin, what's been the biggest things that's jumped out as jumping into the entrepreneur journey?
In a minute, the biggest thing,
You want, yeah.
I think it's learning to understand yourself and starting to go on that journey in tandem with building the business.
What sort of hacks or what sort of methods could you advise people to out there, or what have you gone on yourself?
I think the biggest hack and the biggest thing is surrounding yourself with the right people and trying to find people who have been there, done that. So I started to experience really massive growth in the early stages. I seeked a business coach.
Surround yourself with like
They challenge you.
They pull you up rather than pull you down out the group.
Challenge you on your bullshit, which then enables you to then ask your questions about you, which leads back to
And situations like today.
like situations like today.
Welcome to the 3-2-1. 3 minutes, 2 questions, 1 interview, no script. Today I'm here with my mate Justin Bourn of Blank Canvas.
What's up?
Justin, what's up, mate? Right, in about a minute, tell me about yourself and what makes up you.
A minute about myself. So my name's Justin Bourn. I'm the owner and founder of Blank Canvas Studios, which is a 3D visualization animation company based out of Perth. And we also have an office in Sydney. What else is there? I mean, I'm a young 28 years old. I'm an engineer kind of turned 3D creative, and started kind of my business 4 years ago. And it's grown from myself to a team of 10 in that short time, which has been a bit of a journey. And I've gone on a bit of a personal journey over the last probably, I would have experienced the most growth in the last couple of years. And I think the business just definitely pushed me to be uncomfortable and challenged me to become, someone else as well. So that's a little bit about me, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to just add.
Okay, perfect. Literally just with 4 seconds to go, mate. So
On the money. I've been practicing.
Right, done. And right, so first questions. First question in about a minute. So 4 years ago you started your entrepreneur journey. You're now, how many did you say in the office? Well, in the business? Sorry?
We're 10, I think,
10.
including myself, and we're currently looking to hire a minimum of 2 more.
Right, okay.
Yep.
So it is, for the purpose of the viewers and listeners, it is a 3D render company. So explain what that is briefly.
Yep.
Explain what it is very briefly, not in a minute.
Very briefly, we do renders and animation for off-the-plan property predominantly to help people understand what future property looks like before it's built.
Awesome. Right. So in those 4 years, what's been the biggest things that's jumped out as jumping into the entrepreneur journey that you could summarize in a minute? Whether it's one big learning or a series of things, what can you tell us in a minute?
In a minute, the biggest thing.
If you want, yeah.
I think if you're coming from the aspect of personal element in entrepreneurship, I think it's learning to understand yourself and starting to go on that journey in tandem with building the business, because it's so connected, and they are so connected. And and you've got to know what you want, and the clarity and knowing where you're going, because it will enable you to make decisions. Like, I had to make multiple decisions along the way of like, okay, because I started out as a freelancer, and I'm like, do I want to grow this into a 10, 12 man exercise, or a 20 or 30 exercise? Like, what does that look like? Because that changes the actions and everything that you need to do around that as well. So it's kind of like a self-awareness and a self-discovery journey going along. And I think everyone goes at different paces, and there's no right or wrong. I can definitely talk longer than a minute on this stuff.
Okay. Well, that will go segue perfectly onto the last question then.
Yep.
I'll continue that. So the self-awareness journey, you've been becoming self-aware for a number of years. Obviously, there's always, various people start off in various directions with it for various reasons. Without going into your reasons why, but what would you say is one of the biggest takeouts from the self-discovery journey? What sort of hacks or what sort of methods could you advise people to out there, or what have you gone on yourself?
Okay.
60 seconds.
I think the biggest hack and the biggest thing, which kind of I keep coming back to a little bit, is surrounding yourself with the right people, and trying to find people who have been there, done that. So I started to experience really massive growth in the early stages. I seeked a business coach, and I did some education stuff, which opened up networks, opened up my mind, because entrepreneurship is very lonely, and not many people get this, particularly if you're coming out of a traditional corporate or company. All those people just don't get it. And so find people who've done that, find a business coach, or find mentors, or find a group of like-minded people who will push you and kind of have been there a couple years before, or 6 months or 10 years. It doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. But they're slightly ahead on a similar journey, because everyone's been, whatever you're experiencing, someone else out there has experienced or gone through. And you're not alone, and it's not, you're not unique, and you're not that special in some regards. So I think, it's find someone else, and be their apprentice, or find a mentor. That's been the biggest thing for me.
Surround yourself with like
they challenge you.
They pull you up rather than pull you down out the group.
Challenge you on your bullshit, which then enables you to then ask your questions about you, which leads back to
and situations like today.
We wouldn't have ever met without a similar setup like that. So it's amazing.
Yeah, right.
Awesome,
mate. Thank you very much.
No worries.
It's been great.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome.
It's great.
My name is JK. This has been the 3, 2, 1. Thanks, mate.
Peace.